In the deep stillness of the tropical night, a tiny point of light drifts through the air. It pulses gently, a silent beacon moving through the darkness between the trees and homes. To our eyes, it might appear to be nothing more than a simple firefly, one of countless insects that fill the evening with their fleeting illuminations. It is a sight both common and beautiful, a natural part of the world's intricate tapestry. But here, in this part of the world, such a small and seemingly innocent light can carry a much deeper, more unsettling story. This story is a very old one, told around fires and in the quiet of family homes for countless generations. This is the story of the Adze. It is not a creature of myth from some distant, forgotten land. To understand the story of the Adze, one must first understand the people who tell it. The Yu people have a rich and complex cultural heritage, deeply rooted in coastal plains lagoons of West Africa. For centuries, they have lived in close harmony with their environment, a world of dense forests, wide savannas, and the powerful rhythms of the Atlantic Ocean. Their society is built upon strong community bonds, a deep respect for elders, and a spiritual worldview that acknowledges a universe filled with forces and entities beyond what the human eye can typically perceive. This is the world that gave birth to the Adze. Their traditions are passed down orally, through stories, proverbs, songs. These are not just idle tales. They are the libraries of the people, containing history, morality, and essential survival knowledge. The true genius and terror of the Adze lies in its remarkable ability to change its form. It possesses a profound duality. In one form, it is an entity of the night, a tiny, almost unnoticeable insect, most commonly a firefly, glowing quietly through the dark. It can also appear as a gnat, a small beetle, a humble moth. In insect guise, it is easily dismissed, waved away with an idle hand. It exploits the smallest vulnerabilities. This insect form is its key to infiltration. A locked door presents no barrier. A shuttered window is no obstacle. It can slip through the narrowest cracks in a wall, through gaps in a thatched roof, through the loose weave of a mosquito net. That ability makes it insidiously dangerous. It doesn't break defenses, it bypasses them. The Adze has another form, a human being. The spirit can possess a person, living inside them as a host. The primary sustenance of the Adze is something precious and vital, blood. But it is not an indiscriminate feeder. According to the lore passed down through generations of Yu families, the Adze has a very specific preference. It exclusively hunts the young, infants, small children, their life force seen as pure and potent. At night, while the village sleeps, the Adze in its insect form seeks out homes where children rest. It slips silently into their rooms, drawn to the quiet rhythm of their breathing. It is here that it feeds. The act of feeding is as subtle as its approach. Unlike a brutish monster, the Adze does not tear or rend. It drinks. Like a mosquito, it draws a small amount of blood, often not enough to cause immediate, severe harm. A child might wake with a small, unexplained mark or feel slightly unwell the next day. While the Adze can survive on a diet of palm oil, coconut water, these substances can sustain it, but they cannot truly satisfy its fundamental hunger. A long period without access to blood weakens the creature, making it increasingly desperate. This is where the Adze transforms from a subtle, parasitic threat into a much more direct and terrifying danger. A starved Adze is said to fall into a ravenous frenzy, its cautious, measured feeding habits replaced by a reckless and voracious need to consume. It becomes far less careful and much more aggressive. When it reaches this state of extreme hunger, its attacks are no longer small or discreet. Instead of taking just a little blood, a frenzied Adze will feed deeply, causing significant harm to its victim. The danger of death from blood loss becomes very real. But the peril does not end there. The Yu tradition holds that an attack from a desperate Adze carries another, more insidious consequence: disease. A child who survives may appear to recover, only to fall ill weeks or even months later, wasting away for which there is no simple cure. The connection between the Adze spirit and its human host is the most complex and socially charged element of the entire legend. The Adze is not an independent entity. It is a parasitic spirit that requires a human vessel to exist in the world. This possession is not random. The spirit is believed to seek out and inhabit individuals who then become witches or sorcerers. They are often seen as having entered into a pact with the spirit, gaining supernatural powers in exchange for harboring it. This human host is the Adze's anchor in the physical world. During the day, they live an ordinary life, but at night, their spirit can leave their body and take on the insect form to go hunting. The power granted by the Adze spirit can be significant. It includes the ability to shapeshift, to fly unseen, to drain the life force of others. This power might be used for personal gain, to settle scores, or simply to satisfy the spirit's hunger. And yet there is a critical vulnerability. If captured in insect form, the Adze is forced to revert to its human host, exposed and powerless. Given that the only true way to defeat an Adze is to expose its human host, the identification and capture of the creature becomes a matter of utmost importance. This is not a task undertaken lightly. The process is careful and deliberate, guided by village elders and traditional healers. The first step is observation. The community becomes a network of watchful eyes, paying attention to subtle shifts in social dynamics and to individual behavior. The search is for anomalies within the familiar patterns of village life. Suspicion might fall upon someone who holds grudges, someone unusually solitary, someone who prospers while others suffer, someone who stays awake through the night, or who has an uncanny knowledge of others' affairs might draw scrutiny. These are not proofs of guilt, but signs warranting closer attention. Such observations are brought to the elders, who weigh the evidence. When suspicion is strong, the community may set a trap. Not a simple snare, but a carefully orchestrated ritual. They use the Adze's appetites against it, a conspicuous offering near where children sleep, watched through the night by vigilant villagers with lamps. The trap is psychological as much as physical. The critical moment. The Adze, in insect form, approaches the bait. As it begins to drink, the watchers spring into action. A sudden flare of lamplight is believed to force the transformation. The shock shatters the creature's magical disguise. In an instant, the tiny insect vanishes, and a human sorcerer stands, disoriented and powerless. The individual can then be apprehended by the villagers. The hidden foe is revealed, and the community moves to deliver justice and break the spirit's hold for good. Once the sorcerer is revealed, their power is broken. They are no longer a shape-shifting spirit, but a mortal human, subject to the community's laws, the only definitive way to stop an Adze. While the ultimate solution to an Adze problem is to capture its human host, the U have many practical measures to mitigate risk. These are simple, common-sense actions that form the first line of defense. The most widely practiced relates to the creature's alternative diet. The saying, "Keep your jars full," is a core principle of Adze prevention. By ensuring palm oil and coconut water are plentiful, the village hopes to divert the creature's attention from its children. Parents are central to these efforts, especially after nightfall. Infants are not left alone. A soft lamp may burn through the night to deter the creature. Families mend cracks, secure shutters, and hang mosquito nets. Charms, beads, and symbolic marks place children under spiritual protection, and can even serve as diagnostics. Together, these safeguards create a culture of constant, gentle watchfulness, small acts that add up to meaningful protection. In the end, the tale of the Adze is far more than a simple campfire story about a blood-drinking firefly. It is a profound and enduring cultural document. Scholars and folklorists see in it a powerful metaphor for the anxieties every community faces: the fear of sudden illness, the danger of hidden enemies, the primal need to protect the next generation. The Adze gives tangible form to these fears, allowing people to confront them, prepare for them, and believe they can be overcome. It teaches resilience in the face of uncertainty. The narrative is a call to community action. It reinforces that safety is a collective responsibility. Watching the village's children is everyone's duty. Keeping stores full is a communal task. The hunt for a hidden host requires trust and cooperation. Vigilance, Cooperation and shared knowledge are the most powerful weapons against the dangers that lurk in the shadows. In this, the Adze legend becomes a vessel for ancestral wisdom and practical advice, fostering calm, careful awareness over fear. As the last embers of the fire glow softly in the night, the story of the Adze settles in the mind. It leaves behind not a feeling of terror, but one of solemn responsibility. It returns us to a fundamental truth, that our greatest duty is to care for our young. The small flickering light of the Adze is a warning, a reminder of the fragility of life. But the steady, warm light of a lamp by a child's bed, a symbol of a parent's watchful love, is the story's true and lasting message. In the contest between darkness and light, it is this unwavering care that shines the brightest.